Hi everyone. So today we have a Senate prediction in the United States Senate map. So this is where we left off. We had 50 Democrats, 50 Republicans. That gives the Republicans control. Some of the major states that decided that: Texas and Florida both went to the Republicans. Missouri went to the Democrats, and Tennessee, West Virginia, Indiana, Montana, Nevada, and Arizona all went for the Democrats. Sorry about that. So we have a few changes actually to this prediction map. Um, the first change that I want to go over is the state of Florida. So the incumbent is Bill Nelson, who isn't the best incumbent, but it's okay, I guess. So if we look at the polling data, it's been going more favorably towards Nelson. The NBC News poll has Nelson ahead by 3 points, with very few undecided voters, and this brand new Quinnipiac poll shows Nelson ahead by 7. I covered this in polling videos. So Nelson ahead by 7%. That's great for Bill Nelson. I don't expect him to win by 7%, but because of those two polls, I'm putting this in the tilt Democratic column. That gives the Democrats the control, 51 Democrats to 49 Republicans. Another state that I want to just briefly touch on, these states: North Dakota. Many people think that Kevin Cramer is going to get this one from the incumbent Heidi Heitkamp. I agree. I believe this is going into the leaning GOP column just based on the fact how overwhelmingly it went to President Trump back in 2016. Montana, you could argue, you used to be able to argue that um, that it would go into the likely Democratic column, but if it's going to load, the average is now much more favorable, still favorable towards the incumbent Jon Tester, but by a less margin. I mean, the last few polls that we've been getting show this as a single-digit race, and that's why I'm putting that in the leaning Democratic column. Another state, Nevada, the incumbent Dean Heller, very unpopular. However, Dean Heller actually has been keeping it quite close in the polling data. There you go, the Montana one. So I'm going to switch over to the Nevada Senate race. He's actually been keeping it surprisingly close in the polling data. 2 points and then 1 point, and then Dean Heller ahead by 1 point. And for that reason, I'm moving it from the leaning Democratic column to the tilt Democratic column. In Arizona, it still, I believe, is a leaning Democratic state. Now, Texas, very interesting race. If we go and look at Texas Senate race, the average does have Cruz ahead by quite a significant margin, to say the least. I mean, Cruz is doing Beto O'Rourke, is doing quite well compared to other Democrats in the state of Texas. The latest poll actually has Cruz ahead by 3 points, I believe, but Real Clear Politics doesn't show all the polls, which is a bit disappointing. But there was a point back here where it was going to be like a 10-point race. Now it's narrowed down to a lot less. I mean, I believe this Quinnipiac poll is an outlier, but you can't take that away from Cruz having a 9-point edge. So, but I'm still going to keep it in the tilt Republican column, even though I think it could go either way. Tennessee, Phil Bredesen doing pretty well in polling, not as good as he was doing before. If we go and look at Tennessee Senate race, right now it is a virtual tie between Phil Bredesen and Marsha Blackburn, 46.5 to 46.5. He is a very popular former governor of the state. The latest poll, however, from CNN shows Bredesen with a 5-point edge, and the fact that he's over the 50% mark definitely means something that say that there's not that many undecided voters. So thank you guys for watching this. Oh, sorry, I haven't finished everything. In West Virginia, people say that this could go to the Democrats. Trump just campaigned last night, I believe, in West Virginia, but it's not looking great for the Republican Patrick Morrisey in the state. The latest Emerson poll shows Manchin with a 12-point lead, which puts this in the likely Democratic column, but because Trump won it by such a huge margin, that's why I'm putting it in the leaning Democratic column. Indiana with Joe Donnelly, the incumbent. He's actually doing pretty well in polling. to say the least, 2-point edge over his Republican rival, Mike Braun. If it's going to load, you can see that in the latest Fox News poll, there is a 2-point edge over Braun, but with quite a lot of undecided voters. But if we look at some of these, an NBC News poll just came out, Donnelly +6, Donnelly +12. I am ignoring the May Gravis poll because that's really not. But Fox News, you could say, is biased towards the Republicans. CNN, you could say, is biased towards the Democrats, but whatever. Okay, so I'm going to need to go quite soon, so I'm going to wrap up this video. One more state I do want to briefly touch on is the state of Missouri. If a brand new poll came out, and it does show Josh Hawley with a 2-point edge. However, the Missouri Scout has been known to poll Republicans ahead of Democrats, so I wouldn't trust this poll too much. The average is Hawley +1, but overall I think this is really a virtual tie. It could go either way, but because of that incumbency advantage, I'm giving the tilt actually, over to Claire McCaskill. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.